All right, good afternoon and welcome everybody. Let me raise my, okay, perfect. Well, welcome everybody and welcome to today's webinar, a lesser known and authentic gem of the Lake Como. So we are finally sort of the end of this 4 web series on the beautiful Lake Como. We went through a lot of items and we left, I believe, one of the best part for last, which is usually the question that we are asked every day. Tell us, what we don't know, the hidden gem, things that people don't know about it that we want to know. So today is the day you're going to learn about those things related to the Lake Como. But before we get into it, of course, this is the webinar promoted and organized by the Italian National Tourism Board of US and Canada. Of course, I want to acknowledge and thank all the attendees today. There's still a lot of you, so you really are interested in the Lake Como. So thank you very much. Especially for the people who have been following us from the very first one. Thank you again. And of course, the attendees coming from US, Canada, and our friend from the South, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you taking your time to learn more about the Lake Como. As I said before, this is the 4th of the part series of the webinar, and this concludes this mini cycle. And as you know, as you were told, every single step, and especially from the beginning, the people who have been attending all 4 webinars, they will be eligible for to get one of the 5 prizes that are mentioned in the invitation, and we will later on show you once again. And we will be able to award those at the end of the webinar. Once this is over, you will be receiving an email with a few questions. They're all related to the webinars. The first 5 people answering those questions correctly, they will be eligible to get those beautiful and generous prizes. So thanks again to our organizer and the sponsors of this series. Now, before I get to the presentation, which we are all eager to do, I have to go through the boring stuff and giving you a couple of advice in terms of the technical things related to the platform that is in front of you. So first and foremost, yes, you will be muted and your webcam is off, but you will still be able to ask questions, and you can do so by using the menu on the upright corner of your screen. There's an icon there, is the chat line, and you will just click on that, and that will allow you to write questions, live questions to us, and we will be addressing them at the end of the seminar. So I'll go through them. With some of them, the one that I'm not able to read, we'll forward them to the presenters, and they will be answered later by email. Last but not least, we will show some videos, and because the platform isn't exactly video friendly, I need you to do me a favor and opt for the full page, full screen option, because that will allow every time we show a video to see the video full screen. So once again, when I launch the video, you'll see your screen sort of will shrink down some of the icon. In order to be able to see the screen full, you have to opt on the full screen option. So boring stuff over. Now let's get to the exciting part. Once again, very exciting to have testimonials, and of course now my friend, my very close friend at this point, Monica from the Lake Como, who is now almost a household name here for the webinar. So let me get all official, so I introduce everybody so nobody gets misrepresented. So of course, once again, the representative from Lake Como Tourism Board, Monica Neroni, thank you for being here. And of course, 2 great testimonials from the area that will once again give you a little bit insight of the hidden gem, places that are not necessarily immediately associated with the lake, but there are indeed experiences and places to see around the lake. So first, I have the owner of Il Giardino di Lore di Domaso, Sara Aggio. Thank you for being here. And of course, the founder of Lake Como Bike, as you can see from his beautiful t-shirt, and the bike guide, Andrea Mauri. Thank you very much, Andrea. So I am going to stop talking. It's an intriguing title. We want to know about the hidden gem of the lake. So Monica, take it away. Give us a little bit of a sense of what we're talking about today.
So thank you, Francesco, and all the friends of the Italian National Tourist Board. And buongiorno, everybody. Here we are, webinar number 4, the hidden gems of Lake Como. These are part of our area which are lesser known but so beautiful that they will let you fall in love with our territory. I'm talking, for instance, about the upper part of the lake where you have an incredible nature, where you find history, ancient tradition. For instance, you have little churches so precious and so built maybe in the Middle Age, and they testify the importance that this territory had in the past from a religious point of view. Or, for instance, there is a village which is called Dongo, and there you find a unique museum, the museum of the end of World War II and the last days of Mussolini, because maybe you remember that Mussolini was captured and killed in Lake Como. Or we can talk about other part of our area next to Lecco. Above Lecco, there is an incredible, beautiful mountaineering area, and the Grigne group of mountains are very similar to the Dolomites. Or in Lecco, there is a very small but interesting museum about is the Mountaineering Observatory. So these are part of our territory. They complete the offer because, as you said, normally when you think about Lake Como, is not this kind of elements that you consider. But this is why Lake Como is so special for everybody. Every kind of tourist can find his reason why to come. Families, couples, young people, active people, people who wants to do sport, but also lazy people. So for everybody, Lake Como can be a world within a world, like we always say. But to be sure, to let you understand correctly all these elements, please watch our video and then listen to our special guests, Sara and Andrea. See you later in case you have some question for me.
Thank you, Anna.
Can you feel the taste of challenge? The energy of water. The team spirit. The harmony of movement. The intensity of passion. The thrill of adrenaline. The force of the wind. The mountains. The emotion of discovery. Can you feel?
Very, very beautiful. And once again, as I mentioned, now that's the sort of on the title at the end. Yes, we thank all these people. It's great. Once again, I have to say, I have to praise so the effort of the lake. Really, once again, you see images that normally you don't associate with Lake Como, and I think this is great. It's a great effort to actually bring them to the forefront, and also to the attendees to actually get acquainted with not just other sides of the lake, but even this wide range of experiences and activities you can do around the lake. And so, of course, we now get to our testimonials. People who are from there, they live there. Their job is to enhance this beautiful place, just to welcome so the visitors, because that's what they do in different capacities and in different sections of the lake. So this is really, I think, important for our attendees, so you get a lot covered. So hidden gem, places we don't know. Let's get into it and start talking about, what it really is worthwhile discovering about the lake that we don't know yet. And I would like, if Andrea, it's okay with you, I'd like to start with Sara, just because, is we would like to hear from her first and get a sense from her what she has to bring in terms of places that should be discovered about the lake. So Sara, welcome again. Thank you, and please take it away.
Thank you, Francesco. Hi, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity. I'm honored. When I started my new life and my new job in the tourism 10 years ago, I couldn't have imagined to be here today to introduce you to Lake Como, my beautiful lake. My name is Sara. I'm 42 years old, and I'm the owner of Il Giardino di Lori, a residence located in Domaso, in Vercana, close to Domaso, in the north of the lake. In the last webinar, you had the opportunity to know the south and the middle of the lake. The north of the lake is a little bit different because, in my opinion, in the north of the lake, you can live a different experience, more easy, more friendly. We have a lot of solutions for families, because here in this part of the lake we have a lot of small hotels, a lot of bed and breakfast and residence like mine, a lot of apartments and camping in front of the lake, very beautiful. You are in front of the lake. When you wake up in the morning, you can jump directly into the water. So we have a lot of different solutions. My residence, for example, has 8 apartments, and I have different kind of apartments. Some with 1 bedroom for small families, other for 4 bedrooms, which are suitable for Northern European families that are quite numerous. My residence offers a pool, a solarium, a big garden. There is a barbecue for party with friends. There is a playground for children. We have electrical bikes. We have a special garage for bicycles. So we have everything for an organized family holiday. But in my opinion, if you want to have a better perception about the residence and our offer, you can take a look at the video just for 1 minute.
Oh, you have a video, perfect. Let's take a look at it. Grazie, Sara, thank you. Like we didn't rehearse, I have a couple of questions and they're fresh. So Andrea, sorry, I'll get you in a short second, but I want to ask you a couple of things before I forget, because I'm very forgetful. Now, the impression that I got from this video, it's a very distinct one. And just to reinforce what you were saying about it looks like really the type of scenario, the type of almost a vacation that you can plan on on that portion of the lake rather than the south part that we saw before. It's a slightly different vacation. It seems like really is more in tune with an active sort of vacation where, as I said during the rehearsal, which is not super correct, but it kind of remind me this great place that you go on a mountain where you have sort of the kind of scenario. It's a lot of green. There's a lot of path. I'm guessing, you know, you can do a lot of biking, and then fortunately you have this beautiful lake where you can do sort of windsurfing. So it really looks like it's a very good sort of place to, like you were saying, to unwind and relax. The question I have for you though is there any big town up there that is sort of comparable, not in size, but you know, as being like attraction? I'm not saying as big as Como Lake, but you know, a place. Is there, you know, nice town up there that you can visit in that portion of the lake? Can you hear me?
Can you repeat the answer, please, because the connection is not so good.
It's not good.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll do it again. I was saying, considering, you know, what I saw once again, that it's, you know, very sort of keen for the sort of active tourism. But I have this question. I was wondering, does the upper portion of the lake also have villages or town that are comparable in terms of you know, the tourist experience where you can go and visit similar? I'm not saying to Como Lake because it's bigger, but you know, maybe Bellagio, some other villages. Do you have villages up there?
Yeah. We have villages, but different from the middle and the south of the lake. Because the villages here in the north of the lake are smaller, and in every village you find something special to see or something special to live. Here in the north of the lake, we play a lot of different kind of sports. It is a place for sport lovers because we have a lot of water sport and a lot of different kind of water sport. If you want, I can. If you want to understand better the lifestyle of this part of the lake, I can give you an example. I have a family that comes here in my residence since 2014, and they come here. They come here normally for 3 weeks every year. It is a family of 5 mom, dad, and 4 daughters, and they are totally different because every daughter has a different hobby. So the dad wakes up in the morning very early, and he loves running. So he loves to take the small road close the residence here. The small road in Italy, you say is called mulattiera, the old
a trail, sure.
That's okay. Yeah, and
yeah,
he takes the small road. He goes down. He takes the trail facing the lake, and later he goes uphill because he loves to explore the nearby villages. The daughters are different. The first one loves every kind of water sport. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, the first one goes on the terrace, and she studies the lake for 10 minutes. She studies the wind, because here in the north of the lake we have 2 different kinds of wind: the breva from the south of the lake and the north wind from the north. And for a windsurfer or kite surfer, they are very, very important, because if there is breva, okay, I can.
She's a surfer.
Yeah. The north wind is very special for the kite surfer because it is very, very strong. If not, there is no wind. Doesn't matter. You can go to the lake. You can play canoa. You can take the SUP, the stand-up paddle, in the morning, very early in the morning. It's amazing to take the soup and to go when the lake is flat, to go from Domaso to Collico, from Domaso to Gravedona is amazing, really relaxing.
I'll stop you right there for a second. Tara, 1 sec.
Yes.
The question that I have for you, which is great, this is all great, but the other question I have, like those villages that you mentioned, are they on the water or they're up on the mountain? Because that's what I was leading to. I mean, like, can you experience the lake similarly like you do in the south with beautiful villages that are literally on the water, or you actually have to go high up? Where are those villages?
No, the villages are close
on the water,
close to the lake. Yes, close to the lake, and the villages uphill are normally older than the other one, but they are very typical. They are full of history. There is a typical, a very old village here. The name is Livo, where the woman wear the typical dress from 100 years ago, and it's very nice. And there are a lot of small restaurants where you can taste the local food. The local salami, local cheese. There is a special cheese from a village here close to Vercana and Domaso. So, but in every village you can find something nice to see. Yes, something nice to see. And we have a beautiful river close to Domaso. And if you
I saw a waterfall. In fact, I saw a waterfall. In the video, I saw a waterfall.
Yes. Waterfalls, because this river is very famous because there are a lot of waterfalls, and you can jump in. The water is freezing,
of course.
but that is amazing. The scenery is fantastic because you are in the middle of nature, and it is really. It's like a dream, really, like a dream.
So I'll stop you right there because we're all gonna get back to you, and you set up the scene perfectly. I mean, it was a very apparent both from the video and what you said. We are talking about really a slightly different sort of lake that we know. Now we go back south, and we talk now to Andrea, who's smiling, and of course, as you can see, just because he doesn't want to forget where he belongs to. He has beautiful T-shirt that, of course, and his activity. I can see it from your T-shirt, from the picture on the back, and from all those helmets that has something to do with biking, of course. So, kidding aside, of course, Andrea has been working already there for quite some time, so he can really give us sort of a sense of what it's hidden there in where he operates. First and foremost, where are you now? Andrea,
now,
where are you?
I'm in the shop, and we are in front of the lake.
Okay.
I'll show you where we are.
There we go.
Sorry, I lost.
Perfect.
Here.
Oh, where exactly we are? Which town are you in?
Today is an incredible day, sunny, perfect to go around and discover our lake. And also the south side that is Lecco. And please tell me, Francesco.
No. I was asking which town you just answered. So you are in Lecco. Perfect.
Yes. And here I am in the shop with part of my team. There are a young team. There is Silvia. Please, Silvia.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for having us.
She works in the shop as a mechanic, rental assistant, and also she's a guide in road tours. And also we have Martina here.
Ciao, Martina. Ciao.
Who takes care of the international relation and panoramic tourists. I'm lucky because they are young and they are strong, and they help me when I organize tour around the lake and mountains.
Perfect.
As you said, I'm a bike lover, first of all, and a mountain bike guide. And thanks to my passion for these sports and for the wonders of my town, Lecco, Lecco is on the right side and south, I founded Lake Como Bike so that I could share with my fellow citizens and with tourists from all over the world the emotion that the two West can give. To go around with bikers is a very best opportunities to know all the lake and the gems of the lake, because the opportunities to go by bike is to do a lot of kilometers and change the landscape and very easier, and so you can feel how is the lake and the middle and high mountains. I promote the eco sports because the Lake Como, Lecco, and all the Lake Como, it's perfect for eco sport. As said Sarah, sailing, kite, canoe, but also you can go to climb, as Monica explained. There are mountains above Lecco that the rocks, the walls are like to climb in Dolomite, the same feeling. But we organize a tour with bikes. Lecco is situated in a perfect location where Lake Como meets stunning mountains, but also Brianza, that is the area at the north of Milan, and the other river that connect the north of the lake and continue at the south across Milan. Okay. Now, to explain it, to film better, I would like to share with you a short clip, please, Francesco.
Video.
And then discuss about.
Yeah, we will comment. Don't worry about it. You're doing well. Perfect. Okay, so let's see the video. Very good, very good. Yeah, we even when we did the rehearsal, Andrea, I mean, you really have a clear image, sort of. So a lot of this sort of great experiences, even in the winter biking, which is unusual, of course, as far as I'm concerned, because when it snows, the last thing I want to do is just jump on a bike and kill myself. But The thing is, the thing is interesting. I remember you mentioning, and I think it serves very well the attendees. If you can get a little bit more into details, so where you usually bring these people, and moreover, if you can address the fact that if you're not super fit, you might still be able to enjoy the experience. If you can get in some details, so how easy it is, because we know there's so much mountain around you that it probably there's a lot of peaks, but see, you know, how you are equipped to handle that.
Yes, yes. Everywhere in our land is perfect terrain where the proposed tours. We organize tours for families and for fit people because we have a lot of possibilities for path, trails, or along the lake or the other river. So we can organize the better tour for everybody. Also, the season is long for the bike. As you can see on the video, we can also organize on the snow. That is a particular activities and emotional when there is a ride in the snow on the mountains in the winter season. And during the spring, summer, we organize guide along mountains, middle mountains, because on the lakes, sometimes it's very hot, and I suggest to go on the middle mountain. And how we go? We use e-bikes. Okay, everybody knows what is a bike and how is easier to uphill and permit to go a lot of kilometers during the tour. So easier and perfect for everyone who want more activities and do some stronger. There are no problem. We organize also that. Also for downhill trails, and we have a lot of mountains that arrive all in front of the lake. And this is very emotional to go down the downhill and you have in front of the lake.
Wow.
Yes.
You mentioned the last time we talked also that beautiful tour that you sort of bring them around, you know, along the river all the way down to Milano, which if you can, which
Yes,
I thought it was very interesting.
Yes, there are for this probably I can ask Martina, that's on my left side, to explain why it's incredible to arrive to Milano, because it's very easy. You start from here, from Lecco, and you arrive in front of the Duomo of Milan, something like 80 kilometers along the other river. Please, Martina.
Yes, hi everyone. So we organize guided tours to Milan. It seems like a long way because it's 80 kilometers, but with our electric bikes, it's actually suitable for everybody. So groups of families or groups of friends who want to easily reach Milan and visit it by bike, we can organize that. We start from here in Lecco and we ride along the river side and the shores of the Adda River. And along those shores, there are all the amazing and genius inventions of Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah. Great painter, great creator and inventor. Oh, wow. And we are right on the path. So we can also learn about the culture and about the history of our town and of our area. But do not worry about coming back to Lecco biking, as it's another 80 kilometers, because we organize a shuttle service that takes us back to Lecco with no effort, and it's super easy. And we all do that safely and guided by our expert guides. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
During the tour, we don't do a race. We stop along the tour to see what the nature offers, to see the culture, and to eat something. All with that, we stop and we don't know a race tour. That's very important to explain, because we want to have an enjoy. The people have to have fun, and to ask the day after to go around again with bikes, to rent the bikes to organize a tour.
Yeah, we want
to be flat totally along the lake. That's right. They can.
So the question also I remember asking you during the when we were doing the dry run, the leader of the the group, the one that's coordinating, also function as a guide, so we will be able to illustrate and answer question about things that you see and do around there. Is that how it works?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Sorry, I was asking if the people leading the group with the bikes is also functioning as a guide, as somebody who has the knowledge to,
yes.
to
I
interact
suggest
with them.
always to have a guide, because the guide knows the territory. He can change the tour if something happens, because we go around all with safety first, and we can change, we can reduce the tour. Also with the shuttle, if something happens or somebody needed to come back early, there are no problem. We have the support of the other guides and of the shuttle. So we can arrange the perfect tour for everybody, all with safety and have fun.
Andrea, I'm very practical. So we are talking about hidden gems. You have the best job to actually, because you live there for a long time, and as you said, with the bike, you go everywhere. So if we want to give an exclusive, or at least something that people don't know, we want to surprise, if you have to point to one or two hidden gems that you have found along those years, places that not many people go and they think like, oh man, why people don't come here? Can you, share with us one or two places that you think should absolutely be on everybody's map?
Okay, I have three proposals. One, for road people who like the bike road, here there are a lot of tours where you can cycling, an example, to Museum of Cycling at Ghisallo Pass, that is very famous, Ghisallo, or along the Lombardy Tour that the professional cycle do the race, and we can do the same tour, so you can pedal a lot of and pass where the big famous cyclists can. Okay.
So basically, you can be on the same footsteps of what the professional racer,
yes, the professional, yes.
Italia, and the museum as well. You said there's a great museum of.
And is near. You can start from Lecco and go back from Lecco. It's not so far from there. Second is go around in the summer. Go around and the night. Cycling in the night. It's very emotional.
Really?
We can. It's an experience totally different and unexpected. And we can organize also a rest in a bed and breakfast, or in something place where we can eat something together and go back with the lights. Third, we can go in.
Wow. And it's all safe, of course.
Sorry?
Andrea, it's all safe. Is that all safe to do during the night, I'm guessing?
Yes, no wine. Okay. And like torches.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Cool.
Third, we can go to high mountains, not on the peak, but there are very amazing trails that go around the high mountains, and we can stay all the day around and stop on the alpine huts and enjoy typical dishes of Lombardy. And so we have proposal for all the season and for all the emotional opportunities to discover Lake Como, all this side of Lake Como, starting from Lecco, or where the people stay in vacancy in the middle of the lake.
Oh, fantastic. So thank you, Andrea. So Sara, I have a similar question for you, because we were talking about the hidden gems. We already understand that your area as a whole is all a hidden gem, because is not as known, or at least not here in the United States. But if you have to point out one or two things that you would definitely recommend people to do once they visit your area, what would that be? You know, two things that you think like, oh man, you have to either visit that or do that because that's really, it's, you know, really fantastic. Can you do that?
But two things is impossible because there are a lot of things to do here, and it depends to the family and to the guest.
Yes.
Because very, very beautiful are here in this area.
Show me.
The
Show me.
beach.
Looks like you were showing the window.
Yeah,
Show me the window.
I try because.
No, you have to. You have to.
I can show you the panorama from.
Oh,
at the moment.
Why didn't you show us before? Look at that. It's amazing. Oh my God. So I'm guessing you are at your hotel?
In front there is Montelegnone with Colico. Is the biggest village here. Okay. And here in this direction there is Bellagio, the south of the lake. I'm sorry, but I'm very small.
No. We can see it. It's basically behind that book.
There is
Bellagio. Yes.
There is Bellagio and the south of the lake, and in the other side here there is Valtellina. It is the end of the lake. I don't know if you can see. Okay.
So those are the Alps, basically. What I see in the background.
Yeah. It's the end. We are at the end of the lake. And here, for example, here we are in Vercana, so 2 kilometers far from Domaso, from the lake, but very beautiful is the beach in Domaso. It is one of the oldest by the lake. Here, very, very famous is the beach in Domaso and the beach in Colico. You can play every kind of sports, and they are fantastic because the water is very clean. There is a soft green grass, small stones, and you can stay there for all day with if you prepare the lunch box, so you can have a picnic in front of the lake. So one day in front of the lake is you must have it. And another thing, in my opinion, is a boat tour with a private or public boat. Doesn't matter. Here we have in Domaso, we have a big boat. It's very, very new, and there are a lot of boats, private boats, and also a rent boat, private person, and you can rent a boat with or without license. And in my opinion, nothing is better than see the lake from the lake, because you can discover everything. You can see everything, the small beautiful corners. And Lake Como is composed by a lot of small corners and small beaches and small restaurants in front of the lake, very beautiful. But you can discover it only if you see the lake from the lake, not from the road. And it's very is another opportunity. Okay. If not, if you want to go uphill, you can take a mountain bike trail, a trekking trail, and you can arrive everywhere. If you go to the top of Legnone, you can see Milano, the center of Milano, the Duomo.
Oh wow! Legnone, sorry, Legnone is the name of a peak or is a town? What's
not the peak?
Legnone.
The peak in front. Yes.
The peak.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. On Legnone,
you can see as far
there is also Legnoncino.
Yes.
It's a small peak in front of Legnone, and there is one and the most amazing trails with bikes, and it's very amazing.
Perfect.
Like they say,
we got one of them. That's what I want to know.
And go back to the lake, and imagine that the Alps start from Legnone. The Alps above are pre-Alps, but the first mountain that start Alps mountains is Legnone, at the end of the lake.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, just for entertain our attendees, we have a quick poll to see if they are following us. So, Salvatore or Fabrizio, if you can pull up the image of the invitation, I'm gonna send a quick. Okay, you all see these pictures. Please take a look at it. And now I'm gonna send you a quick. Okay, no, we don't see it anymore. Can we see it again? This is a picture of the invitation. I'll ask you a quick question about it. Can we have the picture again, guys? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, whatever. So it's the picture that was on the invitation, all the fireworks. And I have a quick question for you guys. I'll send it out. And the question is as following. I'm going to launch it right now. Perfect. So the picture that you see is a town on, just a second. Technical problem here. So see the picture that you see is the town where they have this beautiful fireworks. Where is that located? Is it in the northern part of the lake? Is it in the middle part of the lake? Or is it in the southern part of the lake? I'm gonna give you a few seconds about it. It's really astonishing. And here we go. Town of Gravedona e Uniti, and we wanted to know if you know where it exactly is located. The question I have for you guys, why does it have so many fireworks? Is there something to do with the city? Is something that happened there annually? Anybody can answer me?
I don't see you.
Monica?
Francesco, it's not possible to see you.
Oh, okay. I'll be. I have to turn off the quick poll. In the meantime, if you hear me, it's because you know until the poll is visible, you cannot see our faces. But the question I have for you, why people are voting, is there a reason why there are fireworks in front of Gravedona Uniti?
Yeah. In my opinion, this picture is representative of the summer on Lake Como, because every year we have a very amazing festival with fireworks, and it starts in June on Isola Comacina and ends in September. And in this case, the village on the picture was Gravedona, okay? And in Gravedona organizes every year a beautiful local party in front of the lake with a very beautiful music, with an amazing fireworks show, with fun for kids, and with a lot of small shops where you can buy and taste the local food and the local wine. So it's amazing to live this special night in Gravedona, or it's amazing
to see the fireworks.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the fireworks from the middle of the lake with a big boat and a good glass of wine and some friends. It's very beautiful.
So we have the results. Thank you for the explanation. We have the results here. So it's 77% says it's the northern lake, 17% says the middle, and 6% says the south. So where is located? Is it north, middle, south?
No.
Which one is the right answer? The north. So most of the people got it right, which is surprising. It's not surprising. It's a testament that they actually know what they're talking about, which is absolutely great. So this is encouraging. Am I right, Monica? At least they know what Gravedona is. It's very, these people do sell a lot of, or at least they do know what Como is, and they're very aware of how the potential of this extraordinary destination. So once again, I think some of the sort of really the suggestions you gave us really gave us an insight on, and once again, things that not necessarily we would know about the lake. So I want to thank you for that. Now is the time to answer a few questions. No, this has to wait. I'm talking to Salvatore. So we have a couple of questions. First and foremost, to get to it and see, we have a lot of them, so I'm going to read some of them and see. Interesting. This is for Andrea. Which is the minimum age to be on the bike tour? Is there a minimum that you have to be
10 years to be able to pay that. 10 years. I suggest 10 years. Smaller the child,
okay,
it's better on the back of the families, on the back of the bike, and there is a seat, special seat for child.
So same for you, Andrea. They're asking me, how long does it take to get to Milano with the bike? Somebody was interested in knowing that.
80 kilometers.
80 kilometers, so
you spend 4-5 hours.
With stop in between, I'm guessing.
And you stop in Milan, and then you go back in 1 hour by shuttle.
All right, so next question. This is for Sarah. Says, Sarah, you mentioned a very old village, and it says it sounded like Nevo. Is that the right spelling? What was the name of the town, the village you mentioned?
Livo.
Livo, spell how?
Livo.
With the L-E-V-O, Levo?
No. L-I-V-O.
Oh, L-I-V-O, that's the name. Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Good. That sounds good. Let me see. What else I can see here? Yeah, of course, there's always this question I keep on asking. It sounds silly. It's like, especially for the biking side of things, if there is a better season to actually visit and do that tour, Andrea, when you think it's the best time to actually do the bike tour in Lake Como?
For me, the better season is September and October, because we have sunny days, it's dry, and the colors of the mountain change. It's foliage, so change colors, the trees, and it's very amazing. But you can come here all the years. We stay in the winter season above the lake, and for the rest of the year in the middle mountain, high mountain, or everywhere we want to go. We can do bikes 4 seasons for you, really.
And I have the last question. This is for Sarah. That actually is twofold. The first one, can you actually walk from your hotel to the village, to a village around there? And the second question, do you actually also have some sort of restaurant, or do provide meals at your facility?
Yes, it's possible to walk from Vercana to Domaso, or from Vercana to the other village in the other side of the mountain, because there are a lot of trails, a lot of trekking trails. So they are the old roads. Now they are quite new, okay, because every year we do a lot of works for renovate the roads, and yes, you can go everywhere by foot.
How close is it? How long is it to get to the village, would you say?
From Vercana to Domaso is 14 minutes.
14 minutes?
14.
Okay.
15
14. Okay, well, that's
14.
close then.
No, because yesterday I went to Domaso, and with my
you timed it. Wow.
Yes. And 22 minutes back. Because you have to go uphill. Yes. 22.
And
14.
And the other question was if you can provide meals at that, if you provide meals at your facility.
Yes. Not in mine, but in the other. If you find other kind of solutions like bed and breakfast or hotels, inside you find the restaurant. Yes, or the
this question was specifically for yours.
No,
so
no,
you don't have...
No, because I have only apartments. So there is the kitchen inside, and specific for families that normally is not easy for families to go out for lunch or dinner every time, every day. So they prefer normally to stay at home and to cook something for the family. Because we have a lot of families from the north of Europe, and at 8 o'clock in the evening, the kids, the children are sleeping. So
perfect. Okay, that's perfect.
They
so
prefer to
I
stay
want
at
to
home
thank all of you. Thank you. Okay, sorry, didn't want to interrupt. So I want to thank all of you because, you know, I want to take too much of your time. We're getting to the end of the presentation. If you want to show now, Salvatore, the voucher. So this is the closing of the webinars and this web series. Of course, I want to thank Sara, Monica, and Andrea for being here today and give us sort of more details about the lake. And once again, for all the participants who have been sort of patiently and eagerly with us through the entire series, you are eligible once again, and we will be receiving right after the closing of this webinar an email with few questions on all the webinars. And these are the 5 prizes that are indeed given, that actually offer for your attendance. Again, you will be receiving this, and of course, on top of that, the usual survey. Give us a feedback on the presentation, if there are things that you want to learn or that we haven't touched upon, or if you want some changes in the presentation, let us know. We will try to make the adjustments so we can serve you better. Last but not least, of course, this is a collaborative effort. Our colleagues from our office, both in Canada and the United States, starting from Toronto. I want to thank Salvatore and Sabrina. From our Los Angeles office, I want to thank Manuela and Fabrizio, and from our New York office, Cosmo, Marzia, and Caterina. I want to thank you once again. Goodbye. Thank you. Ciao,
Thanks.
Monica. Ciao, Sara. Ciao, Andrea.
Thanks
See
a
you
lot.
in the next one. Thank you.
Yes.
Ciao.
Ciao, Sara. Ciao, Monica.
Andrea.
Ciao a tutti.